Good evening. I hope all is well. I just want to come to you real quick and I wanted to talk to you about the organizational contingency plan for King Chronicles, leadership strategy and decision making. I'm Derek Archibald. I'm the founder, I'm the CEO of King Chronicles. And this is going to be pretty much King Chronicles is going to be a vehicle to help develop leadership, to help impact the area of this world that severely needs adjustment, and that's going to be leadership. So today I'm presenting the organizational contingency plan for King Chronicles, and throughout this course, I've learned that leadership is not only about vision; it's about preparation. Right? If you're not being prepared, then you're really just essentially preparing to fail. And I believe Benjamin Franklin said that. It's also about stewardship. You got to be able to steward well. You got to be able to manage well. You got to be able to prepare for situations that you're not even prepared for. And it's not about, anything with fear, but just having a plan from a place of wisdom. Also, this organizational contingency plan is going to be about protecting people, protecting purpose, and trust when things don't go as planned. So this contingency plan reflects that belief. So a plan summary at its core, the plan is a proactive framework. It's designed to help King Chronicles prepare for this, to be prepared for any type of disruptions that may come, planned or unplanned, of course. And also, we want to preserve trust with our stakeholders, with those that we seek to impact. So as the organization continues to grow and take place, we want to make sure that we have those elements in place. Okay. And so the scope and objective today, we'll talk about the scope of this plan includes potential disruptions that could affect people, operations, technology, finances, and of course, reputation. Reputation is a key thing. The primary objectives are to protect the stakeholder safety. We want to maintain critical operations, even in the influx times with the economy shifting that can have monetary effects on us. We want to make sure that we're prepared for that. And then we want to be able to communicate clearly during crisis. So every decision, of course, is going to be filtered through this one question: does this protect both the mission and the people? A risk assessment, potential risk assessment, it includes, we can see in the future potentially technology failures, staffing disruptions, financial instabilities, cyber security threats, and communication breakdowns. I mean, we see those all over the sectors now. Trying to get people in to do certain jobs has been difficult. Technology ain't always our friend. And then we know the ever growing security of cyber has been a real issue. I don't even know how many times I'm with AT&T. I don't even know how many times I get an email per year that has been a data breach. So even some of the biggest giants out there, those companies are affected by this as well. So one of my biggest takeaway from this course and from the patient zero simulation that we did during my course is that crisis rarely fails because of the event itself. Is that crisis rarely fail because of the event themselves. They actually fail because delayed decisions, unclear communication, and a loss of trust. Once we're in leadership positions and we lose the trust of the people, everything moves slow. There's a book about that. It's called The Speed of Trust. I would encourage everybody to read it. But going over the book, one of the biggest things that I took away was when trust is high, things move fast. And when they move slow, it's because people are not trusting. And so this plan anticipates those realities. That's part of the contingency plan. We're also going to be looking at critical functions and dependencies. The critical functions of King Chronicles include the leadership delivery program, the digital infrastructure. We want to make sure with the leadership delivery program, we have an opportunity to provide high quality content, leadership, learning, engagement conferences, and opportunities to local assemblies, to Fortune 500 companies, anybody that's looking for a little bit of motivation in their life to progress. the digital infrastructure. That might be our social media, our podcast. We do seek to venture out in all social media realms, and we will be very successful there by way of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, however you want to call it, YouTube, Snapchat, all of those social media platforms. We're going to benefit. We're going to leverage to benefit the people and give a lot of our quality content away in snippets for free at that. And then stakeholder communication, those who are bought into the vision of what it is that we're trying to do here at King Chronicles. We want to make sure that we always are staying clear in our communication so they know what is going on. And then the financial administration, we want to make sure that that stays strong, as that's a critical function of anything. You can't do much without money. One of my favorite scriptures is money answereth all things, right? Don't mean that, of course, is more important than people or things, but you need money to operate. So each function depends on people, system, partnership, and of course, funding. So by identifying these dependencies early, these are going to be the critical functions that we're looking at. The organization can avoid single points of failure, and then we'll be able to essentially build some resilience there into the foundation of King Chronicles itself. So resource allocations during a crisis, resources must be allocated intentionally. So we want to make sure that we're not wasting money, or not even wasting money. We might have to divert some resources to make sure that the critical functions are taken care of place at King Chronicles. And number one, that's people. So we got to make sure that we always have enough money coming in that we could pay the salary of our staff, that we can make sure our people are well taken care of, even in times of drought and crisis. So this plan prioritizes mission critical functions like that first. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow flexibility in personnel roles, and it protects financial reserves from essential operations. So people, of course, are treated as assets. People are not expendable resources. And I want to continue to carry out that thought and that philosophy throughout. And so we want to make sure that we support the well-being of our people. And this isn't something that's optional. It's essential. This is the foundation of what we do. If we at King Chronicles are internally bought in, aren't internally satisfied, at least with the work that we're doing, then we can't expect us to be able to impact the lives of other people, whether that be through our books, again, our online platforms, our leadership programs, whatever it is that we're avenue we're targeting at that time. We got to make sure that internally we're taken care of first. Technology and data recovery. This is essential. Technology is the backbone of King Chronicles. We plan on starting, and even now, so I've been starting on social media, getting these messages across, just trying to impact somebody's day, trying to pour some good, some positivity there. And so this plan includes cloud-based systems. We're going to be looking at backup systems, cybersecurity safeguards, and then we're going to have recovery protocols to minimize downtime and also, again, protect that trust. We also want to protect people's information. So technology continuity is not just operational, it is relational. And that's an essential thing. So financial contingencies, financial preparedness includes diversified revenue streams, emergency reserves, and adaptive budgeting. So rather than reacting under pressure, this plan ensures decisions remain value-based even during times of financial strains. Our values is the people. We want to impact people's lives. We want to bring the kingdom into the lives of people, and we want to be able to affect the systems of this world, turning leaders into agents of change. Right. So we're going to review. We're going to have our maintenance. This contingency plan also will be reviewed annually and updated as the organization evolves, because we do have to have something to measure it by. Right. We don't even know. You can't know if you're being successful in life if there's no measurement. If there is no measurement of some kind, you have to be able to measure that growth. And so preparedness is not static. It grows with the company. Communication and public relations. Communication is different between stability and panic. The communication hits different when we're talking about some from a place of stability versus a place of panic, right? So internal leaders will communicate early and clearly. External messaging will be transparent, calm, and people centered. If trust is damaged, it will be rebuilt through humility, accountability, and action. We are big on accountability. We big on hearing the truth, and we're big on creating plans based upon what that truth is. And so reputation is preserved by how leaders show up in hard moments. I don't even think that you can judge leaders in times of peace, but only in times of war are we able to assess the quality of leadership that we provide. But guess what? What I learned in the Army is when you get enough training, as I'm a combat veteran myself, when you get in these situations, the body reacts naturally. And that's what we kind of want to provide, right? In times of crisis, in times of uncertainty, in times of change, which are inevitable, we want to be able to give a foundation to the people that they can rely on. And of course, that foundation is going to be based in biblical truths. Leadership reflection. One of the greatest takeaway from the course is the crisis does not create character, it reveals it. So this contingency plan reflects the kind of leader I am committed to being under pressure, being clear in my communication, and I always will be grounded in purpose. So, guys, that's my contingency plan. Brief overview. This will be refined, evolved as the company grows. And in closing, this contingency plan is just more than a document; it's a leadership commitment. So, King Chronicles was built with foresight, integrity, and resilience, so that when uncertainty comes, the organization does not collapse; it leads. And so again, my name is Derek Archibald. I'm the founder and CEO of King Chronicles, where we develop leaders and we change leaders into agents of change. So I'm very grateful for that. Actually, my goal is just to continue to have those biblical truths that foster people into the kingdom. So again, I appreciate you. I'm Derek Archibald. I hope you have a great day. And this was the King Chronicles organizational contingency plan. Thank you.